You know how long I've been waiting for this? Woo, I'm about to make a name for myself.
Peace in Palestine. Wow, so the homeless minister has resigned. There's absolutely nothing illegal about what she's done to date, but I think the problem was in terms of the renters' rights bill, which is about to go through and become law. More or less everything that she's done, she wouldn't be able to do. So I guess she wouldn't be able to argue the law which is on our doorstep, having just done it herself a few weeks ago. Now, I'm kind of resisting doing a video on the renters' rights bill. But to summarise, I think it's an awful bill for a lot of reasons. So there's going to be lots of landlords doing exactly what she did and spiking rents before that bill comes in and makes rent increases incredibly difficult and evictions. So just a quick summary. In the short term, rents are going to spike. But also in terms of that dial of renters' rights and landlords' rights, it's heavily on renters' rights. Heavy on renters' rights. So just very quickly, say if you had a property that you're renting out and you had great tenants, then happy days. But let's just say you had a nightmare tenant and it's very hard to get them out and costly and time consuming, and the person who's going to bear all that is you as the landlord. Then it's about, well, what's fair? I'm not sure the balance of this bill is fair. Now, the way that she went about it is there's different elements to it, because apparently the rent is $3,300. I think that's for everything, I think. But it's got an indoor swimming pool. So, oh my gosh, say if there's like two tenants and they're paying, is it $1,600, which is like average rent, and they've got a swimming pool, then guess what? That is one of the cheapest places to rent in all of London. My gosh. Even at the new rent, still incredibly cheap. And if it's got a swimming pool, you don't think it's going to have parking and things like that? Oh my gosh. So even the new rent, probably cheap. And she was letting them go for whatever period of time at a cheaper rent. And that is what it is, right? But there's also question marks about, was she trying to sell it genuinely? Well, it was on the market, but some landlords use the excuse of trying to sell in order to get people out without having to go through the costly legal process. But she'd only just moved them in, so maybe she was trying to sell. There's a lot of questions, basically. But anyway, please like, subscribe. That is Steve, and I'm out. You know the drill. The full video that I've just talked about is going to be round about here towards the bottom of the screen if you're on a mobile. Otherwise, the link's going to be in the description or the comments.